Day. Hello. Hello, lovely people. Delamay here. So, with the rise of this new way of living and breathing in the world, where connecting online is the new norm, I wanted to share with you more about my self-paced yoga teacher training that I'm currently running online, with the hope of it being in person from October onwards. So diving deep into learning how to be a yoga teacher is a lifelong journey. I've been actively teaching yoga since 2006 and teaching embodiment practices since 1996, and still at times feel like a beginner. So over the years, I've completed many long and short training intensives. And during that time, I've really come to understand the value of longer trainings because of the time in between modules that you have to integrate, to practice, to study at your own pace without feeling rushed to cram everything in during a 25 to 30 day teacher training intensive program. And then of course you have the challenge of remembering it all when it comes to actually teaching. So these 25 to 30 day programs definitely serve a purpose, but in the long run, and for your own continuing development of your knowledge and skills, I really believe that immersing yourself into modules over, a 6-month, 12-month, 18-month cycle or more really is the way moving forward, especially if you're passionate about what you do, and especially if you're drawn and called to continuing to further your own development as a teacher. So my teacher training modules, they're based over 3 to 4 day intensives, each month online via Zoom. So each module is recognized by Yoga Alliance and Yoga Australia, and the hours can be registered as continuing personal development hours, or they can be collected over time and actually pulled together for you to complete a 200-hour, 300-hour, or a 500-hour teacher training. So once you sign up for a module, the manual is sent to you in the post, and we use Zoom breakout rooms for the practice labs and the teaching sessions, which is where you really get to refine your skills and get to know each other during the training. We also have a private Facebook group where I offer monthly group mentorship calls. I share updates, and you can also stay connected with the other yogis that you've met during the training as well. It's great for accountability and support. So being self-paced, with these trainings, with these modules, you can drop in at any time without having to make a big financial commitment up front and commit for X amount of time to complete your hours. So it's flexible. You can drop in at any time. You can commit to as much or as little as the training as suits the flow of your life. As we know, things happen and then we're drawn off into another direction for whatever reason. So with my teacher training, it actually enables you to fit the modules in around your life. So I also offer payment plans as well for the individual module fees, which makes it more financially viable and affordable for anyone wanting to invest in their future, but don't actually have the capital up front. And the groups that I attract to these trainings, I'm just, oh my goodness, I'm so inspired by the people that are attracted to come to these trainings. They're grounded, they're like-minded, they're from all over, and some are established teachers already, just looking to further their development as a teacher or dive into specific areas of teaching yoga. Others are single moms, and some are just people who just love yoga and are really curious to know more. So everyone brings their own wisdom and their own individuality to these groups, which just makes it so diverse and such a great way to build your tribe and to continue on your yoga journey. So even though these modules are online, the feedback from the students has been that, even with so much distance between us, and even though we can't actually physically reach out and touch each other, the connection created online is just as powerful and as real as it is in person. So hearing this just instantly made me realize that online trainings are really not that bad. I do just miss in-person trainings with a passion. I miss hugging everyone in the morning and doing all the hands-on assists and going for lunch and dinner together. But in this day and age that we're living in, as that's not possible, I'm just so incredibly grateful for the online platform to continue supporting yoga teachers to grow and develop from the comfort of their own homes. So during the modules, we practice twice a day. We start the morning off with a solar dynamic practice, and we finish the day with a lunar or restorative practice. There's breaks for lunch and breakfast, of course, and group activities, discussions about intelligent sequencing, philosophy, holding space, the Prana-Vinyasa methodology, and so much more. So my style of hosting these trainings is one that encourages group discussions. So yes, I am the teacher. Yes, I am the river guide. Yes, I'm the one hosting it. But I really love to encourage, group connectivity, group dynamics. And so, from day one, you will start teaching. From day one, you will, share what it is that you are inspired by and what made you want to deepen your practice and deepen your knowledge and your understanding of yoga and of embodiment. So you're encouraged to be curious, you're encouraged to express yourself, you're encouraged to share what you've learned in previous trainings. And I'm so passionate about making these trainings all inclusive and absolutely love sharing or love learning and hearing the group share from their own experience and individual understanding. So the style of yoga that I teach is called Prana Vinyasa or Prana Flow Yoga, which has been cultivated by Shiva Ray for over 25 years. She's over 25 years, which has included study, teaching, practicing movement arts, Ayurveda, Tantra, philosophy, embodiment. My personal journey started with Shiva way back in 2008. And I still assist and study with her today, every chance I get, because when you found your teacher. I can still actually remember the first class I took with Shiva, which just left me feeling so alive, so dialed in, so grounded and so at home in my body, which I don't think I felt for the first time. That was the first time ever that I felt so anchored and grounded and at home in my body. So having this experience with Shiva, I followed my heart to find out more about this inspirational yogini. And I'm so grateful to be sharing her wisdom to my students through my affiliate yoga teacher training, which is currently the only Prana Vinyasa affiliate training program in Australia. So my self-paced trainings are open to all levels and practitioners of yoga. It is a vinyasa expression of yoga, but please know that not all vinyasa styles of yoga are the same. So the style really depends on the lineage and the influence of the teachers teaching the class. Of course, the Surya Namaskars are the same and the poses themselves, but the way we sequence, the way we articulate, what we're influenced by, what inspires us, and the intention behind these practices will vary from school to school and teacher to teacher. So within the Prana Vinyasa lineage, we align with the seasons, the sacred junctures throughout the year, like the full moon, the new moons, the solstices, the sacred holidays, and especially what's happening locally in our immediate community, so we can rise up and serve them as and when needs. We work with the mandala of asanas, meaning different family of poses which relate to each other and are an evolutionary journey within themselves. We draw upon inspiration from the elements by embodying them and learning about the vinyasa or cycle of each one. And within the embodiment process, we identify the quality, the bhav or the feeling state of each element and use this wisdom to go deeper into the essence of each element, making it so rich and so inspiring. So this mystical and practical journey will transform your understanding and deepen your relationship to yoga asana and the practices of yoga in just a whole other way. Movement meditation is our way of welcoming students onto their yoga mat and starting as a collective with breath-initiated movement. It's like getting everyone on the mat, the same place, the same time, so we can all kind of start on similar grounds. We look to Ayurveda for creating longevity and vitality in our mind, body, and spirit. We learn about kramas, which is different stages of individual poses. So you actually will know how to serve both the beginners in your class and the advanced students. So I could continue talking about this for hours. There's so much more I could share with you. But if any of this speaks to you, if you want to reach out and chat and know more, if you have any questions, send me a message. There's a link in my bio as well for more information. And of course, you're welcome to visit my website, deelamaydevi.com. The next online modules coming up are end of August and September. And the in-person modules will happen from October onwards, fingers crossed, in my hometown of Byron Bay. Depending on how things unfold over the next few months, these in-person modules may change to being online, but let's see how things are closer to the time. So let's keep in touch. So it'd be an absolute joy to welcome you into our teacher training tribe. Reach out if you have any questions, and I look forward to meeting and seeing you soon. Blessings.